Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I am future railroad tycoon River. I guess it's, nobody's criticized me for my self-appointed title, but at the same time, I'm feeling like we're getting there. And I would like to make a bit of an announcement about this particular series. I feel like this was an excellent learning experience. Thank you guys for all of your comments and suggestions. It really helped me a lot. Like one real good suggestion that I just got, and by the way, if I don't mention your suggestion, please don't take any offense, but apparently you can put a regular track in the middle here and you would stop the trains from, like right now, whenever this lumber train comes, a lot of times he's getting held up by the wood train, but if you were to put a track like, and it doesn't have to necessarily be in the middle, but put it in the middle, it would treat it like two separate stops. Now you might have to make either end longer. Now I haven't actually tried that myself, but it makes some sense, and if it works, in this scenario, I think it would be great. Because if you look, like now our tool train, who's doing pretty well, but we're really not getting everything shipped, and I think there's another reason for that, but a couple of reasons maybe. And so I have a little bit more learning, but the point is, once I get this tools thing kind of settled and maybe we rebalance some other things around the map, as far as like, upgrading some of these trains and whatnot, then I think I'm going to start a new series. So the reason I'm mentioning all of this now, so that if you guys have any ideas, like catch me before I decide kind of thing. Like, so I'm expecting like another 1 or 2 episodes after this one, and then we'll move on to another map or whatever you guys think is the best thing to do. Obviously, I'm going to decide in the end, but certainly open to suggestions at this point. And hopefully, and I'm going to try to drag my feet on making the episodes until we're done. Now, let's get into the business of this map, right? So I've let some time pass so that we have enough money to do whatever we want to do next. And if you can see, we're only getting like 25 tools. We're not really producing as much as I want. See, only like 46 shipment. So I'm thinking when that gets up into the blue, then this will let this guy upgrade, right? But the problem, well, a little bit of patience is the problem. Let's zoom out. Somewhere along here, this guy, well, I shouldn't try to find him. Is he pulling in there now? No, that's the little oil train. So this guy has run into like quite a few issues with getting in and out of here, and these other trains are like a lot slower than he is. That's an oil train. So like these big old oil trains, and they're limited to what, like 50 or something? Where is that train? Is he on his way back already? Oh yeah, look, he's already on his way back. Very good. So he dropped off and he's about to pick up tools, but if you look down here, there's only 40. Now he did just drop off a fair amount, but let's take a look at his rate. All right, if we come in here, let's pin this guy. So he's Tools Rochester, but his rate is only 72, so it's dropped. And I think what I'd like to do, just for the sake of getting this, like kind of get all the tracks I plan on balanced. I don't know if we're going to go into all of this taking copper and all of that. I think we'll maybe get into that in the next map when where we can get a real good start from the beginning. Hopefully you won't have to put up with my not knowing as much. So what I would like to do in this episode is get the tools down to here. Like, I think I have a fair idea of how to deal with the passengers, and the next couple episodes we'll deal with that. But, yeah, see, I think I want to come into here. Now, but another suggestion. I'm sorry, guys. I keep forgetting that I don't need these. Like, I could just use bus stops, and I'm putting in, like, these. And they're costing extra money, and we really don't need them. But for now, I'm just going to leave them go. But I would like to modify this stop so that we can keep this passenger thing separate. And then we're going to build our train track down to here. And obviously, I think we'll put it on this side, right? All right, there we go. And then can we get a cargo platform? And then I'm hoping... Well, I guess that's all we really need. All right, can we get a cargo building in there by any chance? Nah. We could get it down the end, but I don't think we need it. At least we know we can get it down the end if it makes any real difference to us. All right, and then this is also just a passenger thing here. So where is our industry in this town? It's all the way over here. So we're definitely going to need to think about getting a little bit better industry. So maybe the terminals aren't the worst thing, though you don't really need them. Maybe here we need to upgrade, but all right. So anyway, we'll get that done in good time. So I would like to take this guy, and let's think about this route for a second. It should be pretty darn flat. But yeah, if we just stay in between these, we'll end up over this way more. I think I'd like to kind of go... Yeah, I think we're going to stay just to the left of these as we go up there. More or less just to the left. Enough that we could eventually... Let's get this guy turning away relatively quick. Buzz up here and see what we're actually making. But so yeah, we saved enough money. I'm hoping, well, certainly we're going to need like one more train for this. I don't think these, I mean, the tracks aren't free, but I'm not too worried about the tracks. And I'm going to pretend a little bit that we would maybe do a couple things, like if we were going to ever fire this up, and I hope nobody's too upset, but I really would like a fresh start on, we kind of have a road little system there. Hopefully we can just, yeah, we're just going to cross right over that railroad track. Like one day we might. Can I just go right past all of you? Yeah. All right, let's get past this building. We can use this building as a marker. All right, and I think this is, so let's spin around. We'll come up here. And we'll spin around. And we'll go back. Now at this, yeah, I knew this would be a bit of a hill right there. It's a rather expensive. Little bit of track. Now at this moment, do we want to make this a two-way track? I guess it really depends. No, I would say no, right? We would just put one train on here that's going to bring stuff, but we're definitely going to think about what the future would be if you ever tried to fire these other things up. Ooh, look at that. That's that was a bit much, wasn't it? Well, at least he's not going up and down the valley too much, I guess. All right, now can we get... Yeah, that was really a little bit easier than I was picturing. Yeah, we'll keep it simple. And so we're going to have to ramp up the other trains, but let's get this guy on the route, and then we'll talk about... Like, what I want to do for a chunk of this episode is see about getting some other things upgraded if we have the money. So let's buy a vehicle. And, oh, you know what we really probably need to do first? Let's come down here and see how many of these things would Garden Grove need. 100. So I think we'll shoot for 96 again. I think that's... Let's see, how far are we? Yeah, we're probably just as far. Yeah, let's shoot for 96. We can always add another one. Even though I think that's going to be... I think we're not going to max out our usage. We'll stick with the 10-wheeler here, and then we'll... Yeah, not gondola boxcar, right? So we'll get this up to 96. Right now, we're not going to have that much use for it. And then... So we'll buy that vehicle. And then we will make a new route. Yeah, that's, I don't know, what do you guys say, route or route? I think it's pretty interchangeable in most of America. All right, I want you to go to there. All right, so now the wood train's about to get even busier, so I kind of, I want this guy to go over to the track where the tools are coming, and then we're going to need a signal. Not a lot of signaling, but we're just going to need a signal for him so he doesn't come in here when somebody else is there, right? So he can just sit there and wait. Now, eventually, if we make this a two-way track, part of the purpose is for things to go, would be for over here, and we would end up making like a waiting lane. By the way, this waiting lane has definitely come in very good, very nice. I had a train sitting there waiting for this to clear, and then that just worked out nice to have that. All right, so now did I not buy the vehicle? Really thought I did. I guess I didn't. You know what? I looked at my money and it didn't go down. Oh, you know what? I clicked buy vehicles. Sorry, guys. I hope Simon wasn't screaming at me, right? All right, let's try this again. That's okay. You know, it's probably better that I didn't buy it until we made the route for it. And then let's go ahead and put him on line 1. And let's go ahead and rename line 1 to, like we said, we're going to name things after what they're doing. So this is going to be Tools Garden Grove. Look, I even remembered the name. All right, so there we go. All right, now the problem is we're probably not going to have a lot of tools for Garden Grove. And okay, what is the rate of the guy that we just sent out there? Not that it's not going to, well, this guy should have a pretty good rate. So 91 tools. Well, good. Look, Tools Rochester went up a lot. So what we want to do is we need to, let's assume, 180 total would be what we would need. So that means when it comes to the logs Norfolk, right, which is this blue line right below me, the one that's bringing logs over there, well, we should have enough in theory. All right, we would need at least 180 heading over there. And how are we doing? All right, well, this one is upgraded, so that's good. And the problem is we need, no, we need 180. No, we need more than that, don't we? Yeah, we need 180 times 2. We need 360 from our wood guy. So let's go ahead and manage vehicle. Let's do some mathematics. Sorry. So right now we've been at 179. Let me get my little calculator out so I don't math wrong on YouTube. Right, 179 is to 6 cars, as 360 is to X cars. Right, so 179, I'm going to write it down just because I always mess this up. X 360, X divided by 360 is equal to 6 divided by 179. So yeah, 6 times, that's what I was going to do. 6 times 360, sorry, divided by 179. What the heck did I do? oh, sorry. You can't see what I did. But 6, I did, never mind. You don't care what I did. I'll get it right this time. How's that sound? Would be 12 cars. So let's go with 12 cars. We got to double, well, which makes sense, right? We're theoretically doubling the amount. So probably could have just made that a good guess, right? So let's go, and these need to be the state 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 12 times 12 is 144. Now hopefully, yeah, that may cause other problems. We'll see what happens. Oh, and I didn't do it again. Sorry, guys. we'll do this again. Modify for, oh look, we're down to 12 million. Okay, that's kind of why I got up to 20 million. I wasn't sure. I was hoping to be able to maybe get some of these other trucks updated, or the other trains updated, but I don't know if we're going to have the money for it after we buy all this stuff, right? All right, so that's good. So our log should be greatly increased. Where did he go? Oh, yeah. I kind of missed him. So he's, yeah, this is going to be, I hope he doesn't stick his butt out there too far. But at least he doesn't, yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, so now, and I don't know, do we really want to, we could do a double. Let me know what you guys think. Are we better off with a double track or just a one train? Like, it seems like one train would be good, but yeah. This station, I really should have done a better job. This station's actually one of the reasons I kind of want to start over. Just because I realized I could have done this a lot better and want to do things better and more interesting. All right, so now we need to get this guy up to 180. I'm thinking on the lumber we'll be better off. Well, I think, are we going to be better off more frequent and just double this, right? Because that would be, yeah, so if we were to come into manage vehicles, the lumber, right? And then what if we just duplicate this vehicle? I don't like that it doesn't give you a bit of an option there, right? All right, so this guy should be heading out somewhat automatically. Now we're down to 8 million, but we've just doubled the ability to get things up to here. Now, did we do that timing well? Pretty well. And then we'll need to double that other train here in a minute. It's probably a good time to do it, actually. Yeah, so he's got 96. Now, is this guy upgraded yet? Oh, he should upgrade. Yeah, look, he's getting there. Now we got all these up. So that's good. We kind of need that to happen, too, before we'll get too profitable on this. Yeah, I think like every other train, this will be a good time to come over to manage vehicles and do tools Norfolk. Oops. And he's based, these are all kind of the same vehicle. And we would do this, but let's let this guy, right? Yeah, let's let him get in there a little bit. Yeah, like I say, I think I did really well. Like, this guy's heading back. You know, they're all going to be conflicting. I wish I saw what that lumber train was doing. I'd like to, or logs train. I'd like to go back there. Yeah, so now it's probably as good a time as any to duplicate, cancel, just duplicate that one. Not sure what that question was about. Is it? Right. And then he should head out. And then they should kind of be, you know, these two guys are more or less down this end. These guys are just going to get into this end. Hopefully they're spaced out enough, if it matters, to have them flowing pretty well. All right, there he goes, leaving the station. And so that's doubled that. So let's take a look at our rate on our lines. 210, maybe a little bit of overkill, but it's okay. 377, definitely. But let's see what happens when time actually happens, because these rates seem to change. It seems to make its best guess. Now, what are you doing stopping? I don't really want you stopping there. Are you really no signals from there to there? Yeah, I guess that's fine. We need to get things upgraded in general. Now we're getting very low on money, so, and I thought that 20 million might be in the right ballpark. I made a pretty good guess. I don't want to take it down to zero. Now we have the money for the loan, but I'd rather not get into all that. Now, how are we doing? Yeah, see, this guy's only taking 46 over to Rochester. We're not going to really have any tools back down here. Right? You are... Oh, we were taking 78 tools, though. That's good. So that's very good. Now, yeah, I guess the thing to do... Let's see. Let's take a look at our account. Yeah, this is mostly just purchasing. If you look, this is how much money we made. 17 million, but our expenses were 12. So we only made 5 million. But we had a fair number of trains running low. Now, I didn't really look in here too much, but, you know, as far as how these trains are doing with our oil, I'd like to kind of re-look at this. They don't seem to be doing overly great, right? But he is, you know, they're carrying a bunch of stuff as a general statement. It's a little hard to look at it. How is our passenger trains going? Norfolk, Rochester doesn't seem to be doing all that well, does it? No, it's a little train. Yeah, the whole Norfolk. Let's see. Click on Norfolk itself. Destinations. Yeah, well, we're getting all the people out of there. It's just not that many people really want to come here, right? 0% Norfolk. Oh, okay. So we're not hauling anybody around the city. Which I guess, yeah, I could see where that's a problem. Maybe we could do some bus stops in here. Right, and then you know the other thing we're going to need to do. Oops. Let's get down to Garden Grove. And I'm assuming we would need to upgrade both, right? I think we need to upgrade this probably to also have cargo. Over here. Right. And then we're going to need 2. And then street access. And look at that house. I like that. Yeah, I don't know that we needed street access, but what the heck, right? We got our road vehicles driving around. All right, and then we're going to want, where is our depot? There it is. So we're going to want to buy some vehicles, and yeah, we might as well get the tarpaulin version. Right? And then I want to see, well, you know what, we really probably should have made the line first. So new line. Oop, that's bus. Cargo. You're not going to use our new street access. Can we go to here? Yeah, well, it's just a drop-off, and the drop-offs are definitely different. So what I want you to do is load up tools and unload them. All right. Good. And then let's just put, well, we'll just put 1 on there for the moment. Let's come back over to here. And that would be line 1. Yeah. I wish he would go in and out a little different there. That's a heck of a thing they're doing. All right, so let's go back to manage the lines, and then this should be, yeah, how do we want to do this? Well, you know what, we'll do it the same way because we can filter for these vehicles, right? So these are buses, and we're going to do, what are they hauling? This may not be as clear. Grove, right, and then did I actually put this vehicle to go on that? Yes. So now let's take a look and just see. I don't know what the rate's going to be. We can always come up here and upgrade it, right? Tools Garden Grove, rate 14. So we're going to want we're going to want much greater rate. But then again, we don't even have any, you know, at this point, we don't even have any trains with tools. Oh, what's going on? Are you, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, we can, I was a little bit afraid of that. So let's, and then, all right, X that one out. And go to there. Unload your tools. Let's double check this one. Yep, load tools. There are no warnings. Wonderful. All right, so how are we looking here? Do we have that train? Nothing in it. All right, so do we have anything here that can... Yeah, you know what? I was kind of afraid of that. Let's see. Since this guy's just a one-way train on a one-way track... Oh, you know what? We might need signaling in here. Let's reverse this guy. Now, are you holding up our passenger train? Well, no, something else is. Yeah, we're sort of jamming up in here, aren't we? But will that be the fact that this guy crosses? Will that hold him up? So do we need to? I don't know. Let me know if I'm doing the right thing, right? Like we would do that just to make sure that they're not. But even though that guy wasn't really holding him up, I think that might have just been a waste. But let me know if you guys are more experienced. It certainly seems like in real life you would want red signals like that. Let's take a look at this guy. How far do you get in there? Hopefully off of this track. Yeah, you know what he does. Good. Nice. Good, no problem. I planned that all the way along. Because I am the future. Look at that. That's actually like the perfect thing there. And perfect being that he's out of the way, right? How are we doing? We got 50. How are we doing over here? Do we get a little bit of production upgrade? Yes, very good. That's important. And how is our, what are you? You are, okay, good. Tools guy almost full. Lumber train heading back. I'm sorry, no, lumber train heading up there with a bunch of stuff. Not enough stuff. Hopefully that increases. You're going to be empty. And then we should have another lumber train on the line somewhere, right? Did I miss them? Oh, this one. Yeah, coming back empty. Yeah, so at least we got a good number of tools coming down, and hopefully we'll hit a steady state here fairly soon. Right, good. This guy can come back and get, rather than him drive all the way down there empty, he might as well drive down there. Tools guard, he might as well drive down there 3/4 empty, I think. Good. And they're not causing, as bad as this looks to me, they're not causing too much traffic in here, which I like. Like, it's the worst part of the traffic. Look, we're down to $1 million. The worst part of the traffic is here. And we might want to consider resizing some signals. This is also, from the little bit I've seen, this is not great. You know, this is where we might want to upgrade that. And by the way, I would like to, in the next episode, like, work on this, I think. We're already a half hour into this one, more or less. So what I would like to do is get these trains upgraded. I'll probably play a little bit of time between the episodes, and then we'll be able to spend some money on upgrading trains. I'll figure out what at least these big oil trains will cost us. We'll rebalance them a little bit. We might make some improvements like this, and then we'll start over where we know exactly what we're doing, because we'll be the masters of this game, I hope. All right, so let's see, how are we? I'm Not sure there's too much more. I'd like to see the. Why don't we end it when we get the train down to here? While we're on our way down, let's take a train ride. So this is, you know, a little bit less, right? We'd want that to be at 96, but this is pretty full, so this is good. Now, why are we charge finances? We're making money off of it. All right, we'll see what happens, but theoretically we'll keep doing this, I hope. Right, it's 5-6 minutes, so well, multiple trains. It's just when I saw that balance was negative, it made me worry. But this whole balance thing here, you know, like it's somewhat useful, but I really wish you could like change the thing, you know, where you could know exactly, like make it a longer period. Like I'd rather be able to come up here and say, oh, for 5 years or a full year versus. I think it just does each one of these periods, and you know. But then again, look, this is showing positive. Like even though this is negative, it's kind of strange in my opinion. See, like now it's negative, but are we really negative that much? 1.8. You know, I don't know. Whatever. But hopefully this will Lumber McAllen will make sense. And let's take a look at. Finances, yeah. So, like, actually, that seems to have made us a lot more profitable. We took a hit on the expenses there, but yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, again, I'm not too worried if that one's very profitable or not. The ones we want to see profitable. So we want to see. It's kind of blocking me, but Tools Rochester. Yeah, Tools Rochester's not full. Tools Norfolk, 145. So hopefully this goes up enough to start really helping these guys out a lot, right? So let's see, what did we do? Yeah, we probably didn't make any money on this yet, but at this moment we are at least over half full. And hopefully we'll see our stations improve. So right now the line's only got 51 on it. And then Tools Norfolk should be actually, I think, making us a few bucks, right? We kind of have to add them all together. Yeah, nothing huge, but we do make money off of it. And then final one will be Tools Garden Grove. But this one's just started out, so we at least need to even get a train down there. Which we were going to take a ride, and then I forgot about that quick. It's good. Oh, we are taking a ride. I'm sorry. Never mind. It's too early in the morning, I guess. Good. So at least this guy should have a good run back and forth, and then yeah, let's see what this guy's coming here. Bus. Tools rate 16, so you know at this point we don't really need, but let's buy another one, right? We'll duplicate this one so that there'll be two trucks, you know, and as this ramps up I'll keep doing that. I'll try to come down here between the episodes. Good. Look, our account got back up to 7 million. Let's just take one last look. Train list, cargo. Let's hit cargo again. Good, we've got 94 tools waiting at Norfolk, so some train might fill up, right? 47 and 47, which is good if we can get more. If we can get more tools down here before those guys get in here. So we'll see in the beginning of the next episode. Because like I said, I'll save up enough money, and I'm picturing, you know, probably get another 20 or 30 million if we come in here real quick, just like manage this vehicle. I don't know. Let's just see what it would cost to replace it as is. Like I'm not gonna we're going to resize things if we think we need to next episode. But yeah, so if we came in here and we want at least a 77 capacity, right? And we would just completely get rid of all of this. We're not going to do this right now, but then we're going to get a 10-wheeler, and then we're going to get the bigger oil tanker. We want to go at least up to 77. All right, let's say we went to 84 in this case. That's almost 6 million. We could do with one less oil tanker maybe in our guess, so 5 million. And that wasn't the biggest train we have, right? So, yeah, so I'm thinking for each of the trains, let's just do all, right? Not road vehicles. Can I select? Yeah, like if we did this in Valley Crude. I'm not too worried about upgrading Valley Crude, but we might as well put it on there, right? Yeah, I think that's all of the oil related trains. So we have 1, 2, right, we're at the top. Seven vehicles. There it goes, it tells you right there. So we're talking, I think, at least 30 million now. Yeah, I think I'll come back when we get 30 million, unless we start having problems that cause us not to get. We're already at 10, so I'm not too worried about it. What are you doing? You're dropping off some tools. Now, is the next guy up here? Yeah, so I got them spaced out pretty well. And so you're about to pull in and get more tools, and you only have 33 in there. Why? Oh, because you're just processing. And is our rate... Let's just make sure. Right, so yeah, 207 should certainly be ahead of 180. So we should be building up. I'm not sure if we don't want to add a little bit more, but then again, that extra car will just cost us more money too, right? So maybe I'll be patient and we'll let this go, and there we go. We'll see what happens. Now, what are you doing? Oh, it's game safe. I thought he was stopped there, broken down or something. Well, good. Well, let me know your comments, and in particular, if you have some idea. I'm thinking of maybe even a modded map or whatever. Like if you guys have some certain idea for some mods or whatever. I'd like to start the series and stick with it. I don't want to get too into mods. If there's something fun to do that's kind of vanilla-y, because not everybody likes mods, and I think it's more friendly to the average viewer if we don't have too many mods in there, because they can cause problems, and you get the idea. But if you know a good secure mod, then we'll get them in there. Maybe we'll do the color coding mod, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know your comments. Thank you very much for all your support on the series, and thanks for leaving the likes and subscriptions. I definitely appreciate it. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.